everybody, and welcome to the Two-Player Podcast with Matt Likes Games and Hamsolo. Enjoy the show. And welcome to the Two-Player Podcast with Matt Likes Games and Hamsolo. Enjoy the show.
If he got a review copy, he wouldn't even be talking about that.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Two-Player Podcast. With me, Matt Likes Games. I've got Hamsolo here as well. And we are very, very close to the release of Starfield. And we do have Starfield stuff to talk about, but before we get into it, Ham, how have you been doing, son?
I've been okay. Been definitely feeling the nervousness that is Starfield being tomorrow, which is nuts.
It's insane.
We've been talking about it for so long, and here it is, about to come to fruition. So I'm extremely excited about that. I'm nervous as well because I've put so much thought and energy into this game. I'm all around excited, but I'm having a hard time playing other games in the meantime.
Yes.
I've been kind of passing by the time with my wife, just kind of using her to play games, like, because she's still needing the 100% Vampire Survivors, and we only have I think 8 more or 9 more achievements left to get for her before she 100%s it. And I'm just like, thank goodness that we're so close, because or thank goodness Starfield's so close, because we're about to finish this game, and after that I really don't. So the crazy thing is I have I have copious amounts of games. to play.
Oh, same.
It's just like I don't feel the urge to play anything else other than Starfield right now. And I looked on I looked on the website Best Buy for my Constellation
Oh,
edition that I purchased,
yeah.
and it says ready to pick up Friday. So I'm fucking stoked. I got it kind of stinks, but at the same time, it's awesome. I have physical therapy at 11 a.m. on Friday,
Mm.
but to me, that kind of works out because I got to get my daughter ready for school by 8:15. I get to come home, relax, be paranoid, for a little for like 2 hours, and then I'm literally gonna go straight to um physical therapy at 11 because I mean, as much as I want to pick up Starfield, I don't want to just leave it in my car while I'm in physical therapy. I'd rather leave it at
bring
Best
it
Buy.
in with you.
Oh my god, man, my physical therapist would be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, I don't know. He might put a gun in my face. I don't know what will happen if I bring that thing in that building. I might get held up, but but I ain't doing that. I'm literally gonna pick up the game. I'm gonna have me some lunch money. I'm gonna go do what I said I was gonna do with it. I'm gonna take it out to that firehouse sub or something like that because it's hot. It's hot. And then I'm gonna eat me some lunch. I'm gonna come back home and then I'm gonna play Starfield until bullsitting. And Loke is gonna have to deal because Matt's gonna be playing Starfield while we're
Yep.
streaming. And you
Yep.
bet your bottom dollar, as soon as I get it set up, I'm gonna be sitting there on my Steam Deck trying out Starfield from right then and there.
Oh yeah, I'm really interested to try that. I need actually you reminded me. I need to turn on my Steam Deck onto Windows and update that because it got the update
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah, it's a
And
13 gig update on there. Yeah,
I need to do
had to
that.
do
I'm
it
gonna have to
last
do
night.
that right after the show. Honestly, in fact, you know what? Well, I'll do it after the show. But yeah, now I'm thinking
Just
about
down.
that. All right, okay. But yeah, dude, I feel the exact same way, man. I mean, Mike knows. I've been playing Oblivion. I've been playing Fallout 4 as of late. Like, dude, I'm just looking for stuff to play. Just something to play to get me to Starfield. And it's like there's been moments I've been thinking about grabbing Armored Core, but every time I think about it, I'm just like, I can't. I can't do that because I'm gonna get it. I'll play it for an hour and then Starfield's out and I'm never gonna touch it again. And I just can't do that. It's not. I can't justify it.
You just get the scammer voice in your head from Kit Boga saying, "Do not do it, sir. Do not do
Exactly.
it."
Dude, I gotta keep telling myself to not do it. And it's like the only game I know I'm getting. In fact, I might as well go and pre-order it after the show. Is Phantom Liberty. And even then, I just I don't know if I'm gonna be able to jump in, pull myself away from Starfield to jump fully into that. I highly doubt it. But I mean, I feel the same way, man. It's just it's been since 2018 when they announced this thing, and then like 2016 when the rumors started. And it's tomorrow. It's literally tomorrow is when this thing drops. And that is huge. Oh crap, he put shades on. Hold on a second.
Yeah, shades.
Hold on. All right, there we go.
Oh shit. Okay.
There we go. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a huge week. Just a great week for PlayStation. No.
We've got smooth operator Matt Likes Games here with us this evening. I don't know
another fantastic week for PlayStation. It's very good to see.
Just a great week. Anyways, what you got for us today, Matt? What you want to talk about?
Dude, well, let's start because you mentioned it before the show while we were talking. You mentioned this review controversy for Starfield. And I didn't know it went as deep as it did, quite honestly, until I did a little bit of digging last night on it, and Mike was talking about it while we were chatting, and I see people who are upset. Digital Foundry got a code simply to review to do a technical analysis of the game. They're not sharing any of their findings, or not. They're not sharing their opinions on the game with Eurogamer. So Eurogamer didn't get a code to review the game. You got a bunch of outlets. There's a guy, Steven Totilo, which Mike was telling me about yesterday, who works at Axios, who said that Axios didn't get a review code as well. I mean, there's a bunch of places that didn't get review codes for Starfield, and they're like super butthurt about this. And people are saying that, oh, well, looks like the game's going to be bad. Turns out, specifically this Steven Totilo guy over at Axios is one of the main reasons, in fact, the main reason that Fallout 4's entire plot leaked. He basically gave the go-ahead to just leak the entire plot. And so when you hear stuff like that, and then he says, it's one thing for Bethesda to block copies of Starfield from outlets like Eurogamer, Axios, and others. It's another to, as described here, give a code to Eurogamer that they specifically say only Eurogamer's partner Digital Foundry can use. And I guess he's upset that, Digital Foundry's not getting code, but also Axios as well. And it's like, well, I mean, look at your history. That was my thoughts on it. I'm going to ask you what your thoughts are. My immediate thoughts were just look at your history. And you have your answer as to why you don't have a code. But what do you think about all this review controversy? Do you think that the Starfield is in shambles because it's not being shared with Eurogamer and Digital Foundry?
No, the people suck, man. Like sometimes people just fucking stink. Like flat out. There's no beating around the bush or trying to figure out why or going back through your Rolodex to figure out who you need to call. No, man, you need to call yourself and say, hey, I need to quit being a piece of shit.
Right?
Save that as a message to yourself so you can maybe run it back a few times before you go on your next stream to think about disrespecting something that you may be interested in the future. I don't understand how people with large followings were just so willing to shit all over a game and then expect and then put their hand out like, give me,
Right? I deserve it.
give me. Like, no, you don't. Go take a seat, you fucking bum. Like, what are you doing? like seriously, man. Like for instance, I'm just gonna go on ahead and just air it all out. Reforge right now is doing a stream called Starfield Reviewers Block or Business as Usual. In other words, he's talking about pretty much himself.
Yeah.
Getting blocked and how he's probably spinning it in some sort of way to say this ain't right, it's not fair, the game must be not in the best shape, or they're like pretty much saying, what are they afraid of? Why do they give me a code? What are they afraid of? I don't get it. What's the problem? I don't see any issue.
I'm sure he doesn't, right?
As just an ignorant gamer, he's gonna continue to say, I don't see any problem here.
Yeah.
Of course you don't, because your head's so far up your own ass. You don't see what you've been doing that could possibly make a developer say, you know what, this guy doesn't seem that cool.
Yeah,
he's not. He has a huge following, but you know what? I'd rather give it to this person that I know is gonna, enjoy this game or is going into it with the mindset of I'm gonna have a blast and I can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah.
He's not one of those guys. He's one of those guys that will turn on the game, and if it says Xbox anywhere, it's under scrutiny before you even like run or do anything in the game. You're looking for negatives to support your theory instead of actually looking at the game and what it's worth and how how good it is. So I don't think it's any problem for them to kind of like divvy up who should have it versus who shouldn't. This whole conversation was very similar as to Survivor with Gran Turismo 7. It's the same exact thing, just the
Ooh.
other way around.
Ooh,
Xbox
yeah.
supporter always looking for something wrong for Sony. Why are you surprised that you didn't get a review code for a
Mhm.
Sony game that you're probably just going to give a 60?
Yeah, that's it's good that you brought that up because a lot of people forget about Survivor, and it's a problem with Survivor. They don't get PlayStation review codes over there at Survivor,
I'm just
and
trying to say it goes both ways. It's not just
yeah,
Xbox or PlayStation or Nintendo. It's like imagine you're running a business
yeah,
and and you know a ton of people that enjoy your business, but there's some really popular folks that dabble with your business, but they prefer, say you're running a coffee shop, they prefer Starbucks over you. Why the
hmm
hell would I go and say, yo, going ahead and let everybody know what you think about my coffee when I know you like Starbucks better, and it's highly unlikely that I'm going to switch your decision.
yeah,
I'm not going to give you a free glass or a free meal or whatever you want to call it to come in and try my shit just so you can write a half-ass review. Even if you like it, I don't trust you.
yeah,
That's the issue, is I don't trust you with this. And then on top of it, they're worried about leaks and all this other stuff. If I don't trust you and I'm nervous that you're going to do something to say something foul about the game, what happens if you decide to take it to 11 and do something else that I didn't see coming?
yeah, definitely, dude.
There's already people out here that are getting stuff and that they think they trust, and things are falling through the cracks in certain other areas. So they're not going to take then another chance and say, you know what, not only are we going to have a hard time keeping this thing under wraps, we're going to give it to you, your questionable ass over here, and I'm just going to sit here at home and pray that you don't do anything dumb for clicks. But guess what everybody likes to do?
Good luck.
Dumb shit for clicks.
Exactly. Good luck, dude. And I look at you to bring up Reforge specifically, and that's a lot of people in the community who hold the same sentiment. I can't believe I didn't get a review code. If you're one of
There's
the
dope
people
dudes out there like Maurice, the
that didn't
Xbox
get,
tester, he didn't get a code. He's a fantastic content creator. He doesn't trash anything. But
thank
if
you.
he's not, if a person like that can't get a code, I definitely don't feel bad about no Reforge. I don't feel a
Exactly.
goddamn thing about no Euro gamer because you guys are some people that have no problem saying that, oh, I haven't even seen a whole lot, but it looks like trash. It ain't good enough. It ain't quite
Yeah.
up to par. Like Eurogamer, they're showing a couple ladies watching the Starfield Direct. And before the Direct even started, they were talking like Xbox has to prove to them that they are like if that's the
What's up,
mindset you
Tom?
got, if the mindset is you got to prove it, like they already don't even want to give it to you, bro, because it's just like, are you on the train or are you not?
Yeah. Like, it's fine for I feel like for a game like Starfield, it's fine for people to be like, wow, that looks ambitious. I wonder if they can pull it off. Like that's well within reason. Versus like this what's the term for it? Concern trolling, where it's just like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I like people like to say, oh well, you're really gonna trust the studio that made Fallout 76? Yeah, I'll trust the studio that made Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, Fallout 3, Fallout 4. I'll trust them. But apparently you're not going to trust them because the person producing this game who didn't produce Fallout 76, because that studio made Fallout 76. So you don't trust Todd Howard anymore, or you don't trust the team anymore. It's like, whatever, dude. And like I was saying, specifically in the case of dudes like Rayford, it's like, you're also toxic online, man. You're also just like even if you were someone who was known to be just an objective person, like you see things, you judge it both ways, and you're objective. Even if that was you, you're also just kind of toxic. And I still wouldn't give my review code to you, quite frankly, because I know what you're gonna do with it. You're gonna get your clicks. It's gonna be outrageous one way or another, and I don't want that. I don't want that associated with my game. So when I see people who are talking about like, oh, the game's gonna be bad because Eurogamer's not reviewing it, Axios isn't reviewing it, specifically the dude over at Axios, it's like, dude, you leaked the plot to Fallout 4. Why are you upset you're not getting a review code for Starfield? How do you not
literally
know?
literally leaked that developer's game.
Exactly. And not just like, oh, the game's coming. We knew it was coming, but you leaked the fucking plot, dude. You told everybody everything. And now you're sad that you're not getting a Starfield code. Shut up, dude. It's you're not getting a Starfield code, and that's why. It's like, I don't know. It's strange the amount of entitlement people have, like, especially as someone who's a very small creator, and like a very small creator in this space. You look at the people who are quite large, quite important people, and they're just like, they're just shocked that they don't get that level of attention. Meanwhile, you look at smaller channels like throughout the community, like people with 10k subs, they'll get a code. Versus Eurogamer, what are they doing that you're not doing? Because you're doing something different where you're not getting a code, and it's worth looking at. It's worth looking at.
It's what I said earlier. It's dumb shit for clicks, and it caught up with them.
Exactly.
It caught up with them, and it always does. And then, and I mean, I think it's really this amounted to the society that we live in today, in my opinion. Like, a lot of people think about today and they're like, fuck tomorrow. But then when tomorrow comes around, they're like, why me? And it's like, because you were a dumbass yesterday. That's why.
Exactly. It's just so dumb. I don't get it. Like that whole review, because I typed in Digital Foundry's Starfield because I was looking for specifically the video where they were talking about, which we'll talk about later, where they're talking about performance on Starfield, and just I was blown away by the amount of people. Like, even now, it just refreshed, and it's like the people are like, wow, I can't believe they're not letting Eurogamer review the game. This game must be hot trash. It's like, well, maybe there's another reason. Because, like, you listen to the impressions, I say the quote-unquote impressions, but, like, the subtle hints that people who have been playing the game have been dropping doesn't sound like it's a bad time. It sounds like they're very much enjoying themselves. And I'm going to listen to the people who are playing the game, who we know are playing the game, versus people who are just complaining that they don't have a code. Or people who are complaining for people who don't have a code. It's silly. It's some nonsense. But do you have anything else to say on that before we move on? Because there's definitely more Starfield stuff to talk about. And there's also some other stuff here we got too.
I'm not sure if you've seen this, but Hideo Kojima actually spoke up about Starfield a little bit.
Oh, hold on. Let me look it up.
So if you don't mind, I can read what is posted. It's posted by a brother named Karim Jovian, and I'm actually going to be having him on Behind Them Sticks here in the near future. Really dope dude, covers a lot of different stuff, does a lot of pretty dope stuff within the community. But he says that I've always, or he's saying for Kojima that I've always wanted to create a full-fledged space story someday. I'm a space geek and a SF geek. I'm guessing
Sci-fi.
Yeah.
Fiction.
Thank you. Thank you. For that reason, I'm paying a lot of attention to Starfield. That's specifically all that he said. And I know that doesn't sound like a whole lot, but like coming from a person that has, that much not only clout but history behind creating video games and stuff like that. Hearing Hideo Kojima say that he's like taking notes on them is interesting.
Yeah.
I gotta take a phone call real quick. Continue.
Oh yeah, for sure. Tom asks in the chat, what do you guys think it'll get on Metacritic? I mean, me personally, Tom, I'm sitting at like, you know what's funny, Tom? I was thinking about that a few weeks ago, and my answer has always been it'll be right around where Fallout 4 was my answer. Where it was like, I think Fallout 4 when it launched was like an 86, maybe. I think now it's at an 87. But that was my initial answer. Thinking about it now, though, I think it's either going to be in that area, or it's going to be like a 95. It's either going to be 85 to 89, or it's going to be a 95 plus. I don't think it's going to be in the like 90 to 95. I think it's going to be either fucking phenomenal, undeniably, or it's going to be like 85 to 90. And you know what? Because we're so close, because the hype is so immense, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say it's a 97. I'm going to say it's a 97. It probably won't be, but I'm just going to say it's a 97. Just because that's what the hype is doing to me, Tom. You say it's going to be a 92. Listen, I'm happy with that too. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with anything, man. Yeah. Exactly, that's how I feel. I'm hyped regardless, but I am curious how it grades, especially considering I don't think we've got a Bethesda game like this in a while. Like Fallout 4 was a big launch, but it had a lot of issues that a lot of Bethesda fans didn't love at the time. Whereas this is like them learning from all those mistakes and going back to what they did like pre-Skyrim, even like back to like Oblivion. So it'll be interesting to see how the community latches on to this. But man, dude, we're almost there. We are almost there. But speaking about Starfield, while Ham's on call, I'm actually gonna bring up, and I'm gonna ask. Don't worry, Tom, because I'm gonna ask Ham that question when he gets back. But I'm gonna bring up Digital Foundry. They did a little bit of they did a huge stream, a massive stream that they always do, their DF weekly, but during that stream they actually brought up that
I'm back.
Oh, what's up? Before we head into this topic, Tom asked in the chat, and you've expanded on this, you've talked about this before, but what do you think it gets on Metacritic, Starfield? I said either 85 to 90 or 95 plus. I don't think it's in the 90 to 95 range.
Oh wow, that's very specific. I was at a 92, just like Tombo is saying. Remember, I said that for a hot second, but I then said it moved up to like God of War area or whatnot. 94. So I'm gonna go with 90, a strong 94.
I like it. I like it. Blind in the chat, what's up, sir? Hope you guys are doing great. Yeah, dude, I'm doing fantastic. We're inching ever closer to Starfield, and I can't wait. How are you doing, Blind? Leave it in the chat, bud. Also, you need to start joining Discord more, Blind. Join Discord. Me and Mike and a bunch of other people always in there every night. But yeah, I was bringing up when you got back the little. I'm sure you've seen it by now. The little clip that Digital Foundry did, where they kind of
I didn't.
it was kind of cleared with Todd Howard. Specifically, where they're under NDA, but they did get clearance to say the game's performance that you saw in the trailers. Like, people were very concerned about. Oh, it looks a little.
Oh, the
buggy here.
choppiness.
Yeah, it looks a little choppy. It looks like the frame rate's kind of dipping there. They got clearance.
I actually heard John Linneman say that's that's not true for the actual game.
Yes, exactly. They got clearance from the NDA to say that is not the case in the final game. So it's interesting because that was something that people were very much.
I was nervous about that because I was just
True.
like, this is a little jittery,
dude. Especially the first showing they did of it, like before the delay. I remember that like it was like a 10-minute.
Hectic.
Yeah, that 10-minute segment that they did, it was like, this looks fun, but good lord, that performance looks shocking. It looked a little bit shocking. And even like the last one they did, it was like you could still see some choppiness in there. But to hear Digital Foundry actually come out and clear it up is good news. And then I don't know if you saw it, but Mike put in the chat. I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick. But Mike put in the chat, just to corroborate that, is someone said that they're they know someone playing it on PC on like a pretty average computer, and it's like it's performing very well. It's performing very, very well on their computer, which is great to hear. Which is just fantastic. Yeah, I can't wait, man. It's just disgusting. It's disgusting what this game's doing to me right now. I'm just in shambles. But yeah, did you you saw the clip then, right? The Digital Foundry clip with John Linneman.
I heard it, but I didn't. But if they actually like had anything that was like past like 30 seconds long, that's all I heard. I think it was just a clip off of Twitter from somebody that posted it. So I didn't see the whole thing. If there's anything else to talk about, go on ahead.
Well, I watched a little bit of the stream where they actually put it up on YouTube, and they were saying like in the stream they were going over. Granted, I'm not going to do it here because I know you don't want to hear the details, but they were going over like details.
I already heard about the boundary bullshit. Damn it. Okay.
No.
So this has nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do with that. They were talking about.
I tried to hide it and I couldn't.
Yeah, dude, it's been everywhere on Twitter. They were talking about like the demo at Gamescom, and they were going quite in depth on the demo, which kind of surprised me. And then at the end of it, they're like, "Oh, well, by the time this is out, you guys will have seen the demo already." Like, I guess they kind of just assumed that demo would be out in the public, but it wasn't, and so I'm not gonna say anything here. If you want to go watch it, you can watch their stream, DF Weekly, that they do. But yeah, I mean, there's so much, and they're talking about. I'm not gonna do it because I know you don't want to hear that stuff. But it's a lot, man. It's a lot, and I'm looking forward to it, man, because it's just a big fucking game, dude. But yeah, there was something else Starfield related that I wanted to talk about before we headed into a few different things, and I can't seem to find it. So what we're gonna do actually is head into this next topic that I wanted to talk about, which is, I don't know if you saw this, but it came from the Gamescom, that whole week of Gamescom for Xbox. Stanley Francois, what's up? Vinny, what's up, bud? Appreciate you guys for stopping by. But Phil Spencer, during an interview with IGN, he hints at Xbox possibly having more regular showcases and events due to a strong content lineup of games. And the quote is, "You're going to see more regular times to talk about our games because the portfolio is deep enough that we can support that." And this kind of ties into what he said also. I think we even talked about it, Ham, that he said over during Gamescom, was that, you know, the vision is, it went from a vision to a plan of having 4 games per year. He said that was a vision. It is now the plan, and that's exciting to hear.
It's amazing,
dude. It's fantastic to hear, especially coming. 2022 was the year that it was for Xbox. 2021 was a great year. I mean, I would say it was a great year. You know, it was a very good year for Xbox. 2021, 2022 was the year that it was. It wasn't anything anything we want to talk about. It was pretty bad. And then 2023, we got off to the great start with Hi-Fi Rush. Redfall was what it was. Starfield looks like it's going to be what it's going to be, and that's going to be huge. Motorsport.
vicious.
Yeah, like, plus you forget just first party, like, all the things coming in. Oh my God. I thought my headphones just lost their mind for a second.
It's gonna be a great year for gaming, boys.
Right? Dude, Tom says he's at work. Play it louder. Oh my God. That's great. But yeah, all the third party stuff. Damn. Tom,
ahead,
turn your volume up. All the third party stuff coming into Game Pass on top of that, because it's like, I remember there was a time when I was really excited for Lies of P, and it's not like I think the game's
Me too.
less. I don't think the game's going to be less than I thought it was, but it's just getting close to the time that it's releasing. You're like, oh, Starfield. It's sandwiched between Starfield and Cyberpunk, which is and Cyberpunk sandwiched between Starfield, Spider-Man, Call of Duty, Alan Wake 2. Like, there's just, it's
Forza.
it's nuts. It's absolutely insane. But I was laughing at that. Lol, it's DOA. Vinny, what's DOA, bud? You better not be talking about
No,
Starfield.
he's talking about Lies of P, probably.
Oh yeah, dude. Lies of P, it's like, hats off to them, because I believe that's their first game and everything. And I played the demo. The demo runs smooth as shit. It looks fantastic too. But I mean,
not Forspoken.
no, it's not a Forspoken situation. At least not that demo. That demo didn't give me Forspoken vibes, where it was like, I played the demo for Forspoken, and I'm like, I can probably wait on this. Whereas Lies of P, I'm like, this is fine. I'm not gonna play it day one because Starfield, but this is pretty decent. ESPN FC. What are you talking about, Tom?
I don't know, but as for Lies of P, like, for me, it's like a mixture of two just bad things, and I'm not talking about the game itself. I'm talking about just timing wise. For me,
yeah, exactly.
It's a mixture of being caught between all those games that you just got done talking about. It's also a mixture of, like, people like been dropping Souls like games like crazy lately, and I'm kind of over it for now. Not saying that any of them are bad. I mean, Elden Ring was fantastic. I think dude, there's this one game like Thymesia or something like that.
Yeah,
that looked,
Thymesia.
Yeah, that game looked really cool. There's what is it, Lords of the Fallen, that's coming out. I mean, there's a lot of games, in my opinion, as of lately, that have been kind of getting into the Souls type of genre a lot more, and honestly, kind of exhausted with it. Like, I'm just like not really looking forward to it, because when I hop into Lies of P, I'm just like, I've been here before, even though I haven't. You know what I mean? I just feel like I've been here and done something too similar to this. So that has that, and as you said already before, just a mixture of games that are going to be coming out. There's too many games that are trying new things for me to want to jump into something that I feel like I've been done.
That definitely makes sense, and it's worth bringing up because we talked about that a while ago. Like soon after Elden Ring released, soon after you got onto Elden Ring, it started to click for you, and it was clicking for me. We talked about that where it was like, dude, Elden Ring's gonna do to gaming what Skyrim did to gaming, what GTA 3 did to
Or
gaming.
Grand Theft Auto. Yeah.
Yes. Where it was like GTA 3 hit, now it's like, okay, we want to do open worlds. We're trying to do open worlds now. And then Skyrim hit and it's like, okay, we have open worlds, but we're going to shove RPG elements into it. And then you got things like Assassin's Creed Odyssey who very much followed that bill. Or just the big Assassin's Creed games in general that very much followed that bill. And you look at Elden Ring and it's like, dude, the same thing happened where it's like they took something that was so incredibly niche, like something like you look at, and it's different because Skyrim and GTA 3, it's like GTA 3 wasn't really niche. It was just something that never, like, there was no reference for that scale before. There just wasn't a reference for it. Where it was like, as soon as it hit, they're like, holy shit, we know we love that. We already know we love that. PS5 blows. What's up, bud? In the chat. He says Starfield reviews tomorrow. Yeah, man. Tomorrow at noon. Is it Eastern or is it Pacific time? It's 9.2 is gonna be your guess on Metacritic. 92? I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at that. But yeah, like whereas Elden Ring and even, well, I guess even Skyrim, where it's like everybody knows they like RPGs. Like RPGs aren't niche. They're not a niche thing. Skyrim hits and it just makes it even more broad. And everybody wants to do it even more. Whereas Elden Ring is just inherent, like the whole Souls thing is just inherently niche. Elden Ring just happened to be good enough that it made it not niche. And that was all it took for all these other developers to be like, we're doing that. We're doing that, but we don't have that kind of experience doing that. So we're not quite there, but we're going to try it. And it's like, you get Lies of P, which, again, hats off to the studio. Seems like a really fun game. I love the whole mechanical arm aspect of it. That seems like it can be really cool. But you get games like you mentioned, Timesia and stuff like that, where it's just Lords of the Fallen is coming out in October, I believe, where it's just like everyone is doing a Souls. Like you heard about Immortals Phoenix Rising sequel, which got canceled, was basically going to be more of a Souls game.
Yeah,
it's like everyone's trying to.
They
do
were
this
literally
now.
talking about. They were literally saying that they got the inspiration from Elden Ring.
Yes, it's like I get it. I get it. I mean, Elden Ring was wildly successful, but I feel like that genre specifically, it's not like RPGs. It's not like just regular open worlds like GTA. It's so incredibly niche, and there's so few people that genuinely love that genre. Where like you know me, I spent money on all the Dark Souls. I bought Bloodborne. I bought the collection. I tried them all. I tried hard to get into them. I can't. Elden Ring was the one that clicked, and I imagine there's a lot of people like that. Where it's like,
Yes.
It's like I tried to get into these, but dude, it's just not happening. It's not happening. Elden Ring, for whatever reason, just clicked, man. But yeah,
Yep, I got into Bloodborne and beat the first and second boss, and I was just like, bro, like it wasn't even that the game was too hard, because like I said, it was like I beat the first couple bosses, and like I just didn't like that I felt like I was running from one boss to the next, and there was just no chill in between. Sure,
Yeah.
I could chill slowly level up, slowly kill things over and over, go back to the side of graces. But like the thing that made it just so dope about Elden Ring is I could just be like, man, fuck this area and just leave.
Yeah.
And just leave and then come
Yeah.
back to the point where I'm just one tapping everything. And Liza
Dude.
P and that Thymazia or whatever that game's called, and like Bloodborne and stuff like that. You are stuck in this area.
Yes.
And it just is not it's still a fun game. It's just not exactly something that I'm like, especially after having a meal prepared by Chef Ramsay, I ain't finna go back and have a TV dinner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know that sounds a little disrespectful to like Liza P and and Bloodborne and all those other ones, but I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying like, yo, like I'm not gonna, sit here and Grand Theft Auto 5 is phenomenal, and then I'm gonna compare it to something like, I don't know, let's be honest. Like, yeah, Saints Row is a great one to bring up. And it's just like Saints Row could be good for some people or whatnot, but it's clear, it is it's evidence flat out that everybody would rather play this. This one is still selling 10 years later.
Oh yeah.
10 years later, Saints Row was done selling a few months after launch.
Yep. In fact, Saints Row is actually getting ready. I don't know if you saw. That's where I'm gonna try it. It's coming to PS Plus, so I'm gonna, I guess.
Oh,
I'll
shit!
I'll download it over there and I'll give it a shot.
Thank you, PlayStation Plus, for putting something dope in your damn subscription service that's not already in Game Pass. Like I'm, like props to them. I mean, obviously, everybody that knows me knows I lean more for the Xbox and whatnot. But hey, I spent $500 for my PS5. I didn't spend $500 for it just to, talk shit about it. I want to play. Actually, as a matter of fact, I was playing Final Fantasy 16 just the other day. Shout out to Vinny for purchasing that game. I decided to going ahead and give it a try because I'm so damn desperate. And this is so I threw it in and I was like, oh, this is a nice game. It's not too bad. It's still not like this. The way it's built is like story-wise is still not really something that holds my attention too much, but the action, it's fun.
Yeah.
But as for like PlayStation Plus Premium or whatever extra or whatever you want to call it, I've been waiting since January for them to throw something in there that I'm just like, gotta play it here.
Yeah.
Everything else, it feels like I already own. I already share with Vinny. I just don't. I'm like for God of War, like I already played the old God of War. I already played all of the Uncharted. I already played The Last of Us 1 and 2. I already played Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and remastered. Ghost of Tsushima. I played a ton of these games that are already and they're all phenomenal games. But but none of those games really warrant a replay.
Damn, there you go. Took the words out of my mouth. Yeah, I agree with you. The only one out of those games, the only one I could see myself replaying really would be Ghost of Tsushima, and that's just because it's just so big. There's probably stuff I didn't see the first time, side stuff and everything. It would make sense. But you brought up talking about Elden Ring, specifically being able to go back to, an area and just dominate, dude. I'll tell you what. You know what I was like at the end of Elden Ring. At the end of me playing Elden Ring, my character was, I did that leveling thing where I killed the chicken like a trillion fucking times. My character was like a level. My character was like a level 215. Dude, I went back to Limgrave and I fucked shit up. I was a demon in Limgrave. I was like, I was looking for bosses. I was going into caves that I was afraid to go into before, and I was just looking for fights.
And you walked in there bloodthirsty.
Dude, I was a problem in Limgrave when I came back. But yeah, that's like the big reason why that game I think clicked so much was because I remember booting that game up and I went to the first little village in Limgrave, and there wasn't even a boss there. It was just like that big captain dude. That dude tossed me about 5 or 6 times. That dude tossed me. It wasn't even a boss. It was just some regular ass enemy, and he was letting me know pretty damn hard. And then once, dude, I made that magic character. I leveled up a little bit, and I came back and I just wiped them. I wiped them. Yeah, Blind says went back for the Tree Sentinel. Same, dude. I started as a playthrough on PlayStation, which I'm probably never gonna beat because I just got to do all that stuff again, and it's intimidating to be quite honest. But I started that save on PlayStation. The first thing I did was went to that Tree Sentinel and I beat the shit out of him, and that felt amazing because I was scared of that motherfucker when I first played the game. But yeah,
Oh yeah.
that it's just such a good game, that game. But yeah, the effects that it had on the industry, or it was had and is still going to have for like the next decade on the industry, is nuts.
Oh shit. Here's some news right here.
Oh, let's go.
Genki, you know him, right?
Genki from Spider-Man?
No, it's a profile on Twitter
Okay.
named Genki_JPN. He posted dropping Saints Row as next month's free PlayStation Plus. This right here sounds mighty familiar. So I'm a restart. Dropping Saints Row as next month's free PlayStation Plus game, and then announcing a 33% price increase to PlayStation Plus 12-month subscription.
What?
Is a massive L for PlayStation, in my opinion. That's what he said.
Hold on.
I'll read it one more time. He says, dropping Saints Row as next month's free PlayStation Plus game, then announcing a 33% price increase to PlayStation Plus. 12-month subscription is a massive L for PlayStation. Yo.
Wow.
I didn't even hear anything about this PlayStation Plus increase. I'm interested in it now.
19 minutes ago was an article by Push Square. PS Plus Essential, Extra, and Premium price increases announced by Sony, as much as $40 more. Okay, so here we go. Original prices for PS Plus Essential, originally it's $60. The new price is now $80. $80 a year. PS Plus Essential for $80 a year.
That's just to play online.
Yeah, it's just to play online, get your
cloud saves.
Get your cloud saves, your like 2-3 monthly games that you get. That's $80 a year. PS Plus Extra goes from $99 or $100 to $135 a year. Dude, PS Plus Premium goes from $120 to $160 a year. That is some devious shit. That's incredible. That's I don't know, maybe 160 is 160 terrible? I think that sounds bad.
No, it's not super terrible. It's just not. I mean, so it sounds familiar because it reminds me of the Gears of War and Xbox.
Yes.
Thing, right?
Yes, it does.
But I don't think it's as bad. It's still cheaper than Game Pass per year, but you're also got to keep in mind they can't make it as expensive as Game Pass on a yearly because they're not doing like day one first party game. So then you're kind of left weighing if this price increase versus what they've been providing in PlayStation Plus Premium, Extra, or Essential has been good enough. They are dangling the carrot like Xbox did with Gears of War, but they're using Saints Row, and some people may be looking at that like, yo, that's not.
Yeah. Listen.
So like, it's interesting. I'm definitely gonna hop in and play Saints Row. That's for sure, especially if it's on a subscription service. If now it kind of depends on when Saints Row drops in there, because if it drops in there like right when Starfield drops, I'm not going to see Saints Row until like November probably.
Yeah, I believe it does. It drops. It's the September game. It's the big September game for them.
So yeah, I'll definitely download it so it's there, and then I'm gonna shut my PS5 right back off.
Yeah, I might not even need to turn mine on. I think I can do it right from the app.
Yeah, you can do it right from the app, as a matter of fact. So I mean, technically, I wouldn't have to, but I'm gonna make space. I'm gonna make sure I have space for it and whatnot, and just have it downloaded. So when I'm actually ready to get down on it, I can do it.
Definitely. I'll tell you what, whenever like I look at the 160 for PS Plus Premium, that's gonna be a huge, like a very good deal if that backwards compatibility team can actually get PS3 games like up and running natively on the PS5, and they can put those games, like a select catalog of those games, in that service. If they can do that, that $160 a year, I've got no problem with it. I've got absolutely no problem with that. Just, PS Plus Essential, I think it's kind of weird to raise the price on that. Because it's been the same price for so long, you really haven't added anything to it. I know inflation is a thing, obviously, but it's like $20? An extra $20? I don't know. But that's just me. But then again, I'm going to get it because that's the one I have. So I have PS Plus Essential. And when my year is up, I'll just add another year to it. So it is what it is. But, like Ham said, companies have done this before. Microsoft tried it. They tried it, and the community shut them down quick with that. Let's see. Oh, Vinny says, someone tell MBG that Sony is finally going to drown out Starfield with this. Yeah, right? Dude, this is the news. This is the news to overtake Starfield. They didn't want Starfield to gain too much momentum. Well, they're going to drop this news. PlayStation Plus now costs more. That's interesting, man. That is interesting. I did not see that coming. Dude, PS Plus has been $60 for like since the beginning of PS4. Like forever, man. So definitely nuts. Interesting to see. But we did talk briefly. Yeah, Blind. That's what I think. $20 extra just seems nuts for just the basic tier. It seems insane. Like that almost isn't even the deal anymore. At that point, I would probably just, once my year's up, I'd probably just go to the middle tier. The not the premium, but I forget, extra. I'll probably just go to extra.
Extra.
Because $80 a year to get the same thing I'm getting now, and I'm not playing my PlayStation now. So it's like I might as well get the bigger tier and maybe get some games that I can actually play on my PlayStation. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens when the year's over. But yeah, looking forward to trying out Saints Row whenever that drops at some point. But I mean, it's not going to be this month. PS5 Blows says, I bet ponies ignore the price increase and don't talk about it. See, I would hope that's not the case. I hope that's not the case. Vinny says he's selling his PS5. Screw that. Vinny's reacting very emotionally to this.
Yeah, he is had it. This man is done. Hey, come on, man. I'm not even sure if Vinny's beaten Final Fantasy 16 yet.
There you go, Vinny. You gotta be.
You gotta beat those games before you sell it, bro. Don't do that. You spent your hard-earned money on that shit. Don't take Hogwarts Legacy away from your wife. Don't do
Exactly.
that.
That's you spent that. That's almost a year of PS Plus Essential you spent on that game, Benny. I mean, you gotta make it count, bud. But yeah, I mean, jeez, man, I did not see that coming. Is there any like news outside of this, or is it just like did PlayStation drop a bunch of news today, or is this just the thing that PlayStation dropped today? I wonder. Look that up on my end.
So just and while you're looking that up, I'm going ahead and read this, like these few paragraphs. J
Yeah.
Rock posted it.
Mhm.
But he was just kind of showing what they said. His post says they're giving you prices increase with no day and day and no day and date first party games. But what the actual like page says is we're also wanting to let you know that starting September 6th, we're increasing the prices for PlayStation Plus 12-month subscription globally across all
God
benefit
damn, the
plans. The
6th?
price adjustment. Yeah, so very soon. Yeah, the day Starfield drops, actually. The price adjustment will enable us to continue bringing high quality games and value added benefits to your PlayStation Plus subscription service. Here's the new price for PlayStation Plus 12-month subscription service: $80 for Essential, $134 for Extra, and $160 for Premium. The new prices for the 12-month subscription service will remain at a discounted rate when compared to purchasing the 1 month or 3 month subscription over the 12-month period. For current 12-month subscribers, the price increase will not take effect until your next renewal date that occurs on or after November 6th. However, any membership changes you make on or after September 6th, such as upgrades, downgrades, or buying additional time, will update your plan. Excuse me. It will update your plan reflecting the new prices. You can change or cancel your subscription at any time. Details here. We'll notify current subscribers of these changes via email, and we'll have additional details on our website soon. So, in other words, what they're telling you is if you want PS Plus, Essential, Premium, or Extra, buy it now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing, man. Because honestly, if I was someone who needed PS Plus or any of these tiers, go to a CD key site right now. Uh, I know like you can't get keys for games on PlayStation, but what you can get is you can get gift cards and you can get PS Plus. So go to a CD key site. Look for honestly, you might as well look for premium at that point because you'll probably get a pretty good discount and just grab a year of it. Because whatever that year costs, it'll be cheaper than $160. At least for the next few hours before people start catching on and start jacking up the prices. So
Be
definitely get
careful,
on that.
blind. Be careful. The blind giant saying that he might not renew, and I'm saying you might be losing some of them cloud saves. Be careful.
Oh my god, dude, that's something that I never even think about. I never even think about that, but that is a thing that happens, right? Where
Mm.
if you don't pay, you just don't get your cloud saves.
Mm-hmm.
Which is nuts, dude. I can't believe that. Oh man. Uh but I saw somebody on Twitter, maybe it was in the chat. Oh, yeah, it was PS5 blows. He says he bets ponies, ignore the price increase, and don't talk about it. Dude, I would hope that's not the case.
Oh,
Um
that's probably the case. I mean,
because
all the people you hear once Xbox news comes out, I'm not seeing any of that as I scroll through my feed.
that's really unfortunate. Because like I think of how it was handled when Xbox did it, and how you had all the people who are quote unquote Xbox fanboys who are like very hardcore Xbox, even people like Tim Dog were like, once they announced that, even Tim Dog was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, everybody was just like, dude, what? I would hope that that would happen here, because if that happens, obviously PlayStation is the bigger brand. It has more followers. So if you get more people saying, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Maybe you can stop this. Maybe?
Well,
I don't know.
well, the thing is Loke actually was talking about this on the podcast yesterday, the lowdown that me and him do.
Yeah.
Shout out to anybody that's in the chat that's looking to continue to follow me at all. You can check me out on TSWS Gaming.
Link in the description. Link in the description.
Yeah, link in the description. But me and Loke were talking yesterday about the acquisition that Sony had with of just recently buying the company Odysseys or something like that, or you know, the headset maker.
Yes, Oddies or something?
Oddies. Yes, I always say Odysseys, but it's Oddies. Yeah, they just bought that, and you know, Loke was asking me, he's like, "Yo, what do you feel about this?" and stuff like that. And I was just like, I think it's pretty dope that, you know, they're gonna have, you know, more premium like peripherals and stuff like that for them. They'll possibly stop making peripherals for like Xbox and other platforms and stuff like that. And then I was like, Loke, but like, what do you think about it? Because you don't look too stoked. And he was like, he's like, more and more PlayStation kind of keeps going, the more that they're just kind of telling me that they're for the payers. And I was like, God damn. And I was because those Oddies headphones, like for the PlayStation or Xbox, they like start at like $300.
Ooh.
So like, yeah, so like, yeah, they're premium headphones. They're nice, but they're expensive. And then now they drop that PS Plus is going 33% up higher. I'm so interested to hear what Loke has to say. I mean, I know what he's gonna say. He's gonna reiterate the same thing and say it's for the payers, but it's just weird, you know, because it just seems like the further we get along in this generation, the more that Sony's asking us to support them in odd ways.
Yeah.
Right. So
everything but buying some games.
Like I remember when I think last year Xbox had like fingernail polish and all these like weird like little things that you can buy, and we're just like, where's the game?
Yeah.
Well, this year it's that for PlayStation. You're talking about all these peripherals. You got this Q Lite, the Portal. You got all this crazy crap, and it's just like, what about these games? Like, what's happening other than Spider-Man? We literally don't know what's coming out past Spider-Man.
That's
first party.
It's a good question, man. And the thing is,
you look like you have something to say. What's up?
Well, dude, I do.
Why are you looking like that?
I do, because I went to Audis' website, dude. Just out of curiosity, you're talking like $400 for headphones. I'm like, damn, these must be some crazy headphones. I went to their website and I just looked at their flagship series. The LCD5 flagship headphones are $4,500.
Yeah, dude.
That is fucking insane. That's nuts. I'm trying to get a pair of PlayStation headphones that are that expensive.
They're more than my PC.
Dude, twice as much as my PC at that point. My God. And then Blind's over here talking, I want those PlayStation earbuds, but for $200 it's kind of pricey. I mean, shit, you know.
I mean, me and Matt were talking about that the other day, dude. These earbuds
just
are
in general
expensive, and yeah, that's in general. So like, I don't even want to look at PlayStation and say tisk, because that's the market.
It is.
The market is like that. So as many people as they want to, you know, as many people that want to say, oh man, PlayStation is anti-consumer because they're dropping these headphones or something like that, it's a complete lie. that is literally where the market is. These like earbuds in general, like I the iPod ones, the Beats ones, these PlayStation ones, like Sony's other flagship ones. Like, dude, like earbuds are crazy expensive.
Yeah. Dude, I brought it up on my screen here. If anyone wants to see these headphones, I was talking about these LCD5 flagship headphones. I mean, they look pretty damn cool, just aesthetically.
They
But
don't look cool to me, bud. I'm sorry. As soon as I see that price, they look dumb.
oh yeah, the price is. I'm like, that's yeah. Once you see the price, it's like it's got 7 reviews. God, who reviewed this? It's like Post Malone and some other people probably reviewed it. I don't know.
I know, right?
It's like
Some of
God,
them rich folks.
God bless it. If you got that kind of money for headphones, dude, salute to you. You're doing a few things right if you can do that. But that is not something I'll be getting anytime soon. I'm all set over here.
Ever.
Nope. I mean, man, dude, that's fantastic though. So their
That has to
partnership,
be like for music or something,
I would imagine.
for like studio
Producing.
type stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
has to be for something like that. Like, I don't know, some
that's not consumer
dope ass
grade.
artist. Yeah, this ain't. Yeah. This is like Post Malone level of headsets. I mean, like you were saying and shit like that. This ain't no underground rappers headsets.
No, dude. But you even go to like they have a Origin series. I don't know. I'm gonna see which one's less expensive. But even the Origin series, like the most expensive one there is $1,900, basically $2,000. Basically $2,000 is what you're paying. And then, yeah, the cheapest one in that series is $800. Dude, that's insane. That's crazy.
Some
I mean,
headphones.
who are these people? Like, and what is
I don't know, but Sony bought them. That's what they did. Sony bought them. But Sony did say that they're gonna work standalone. So they're like Sony's not like doing a whole lot with them. They're just they just own them.
Okay. I'm trying to find those
So
Xbox headsets they had.
I mean, like I said, it's just kind of weird hearing about all these and seeing all these peripherals for PlayStation. But I mean, I turn on my PlayStation and there's only a few things that I'm kind of interested in.
That's
And I think it's more my problem than it is like a gaming or PlayStation problem, kind of, because I just played a lot of these games already.
yeah.
For a new person to walk in, excellent.
Sure.
It's excellent.
Sure.
For like if I were to give my brother the PlayStation Plus Premium year, I think he'd be very happy because he doesn't play as much, but then he'd have this crazy selection of games that he didn't ever get to touch, and his kids would have the accessibility to that too. So I'm not sitting here saying PlayStation Plus Premium is shit. I'm saying it's not beneficial. It's not very beneficial for me.
Same.
And many of us that are close to gaming. So if you're pretty close to gaming and have been for some time, you're probably looking at the PlayStation Plus catalog the same way I am. Like, been there, done that for a lot of that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, because it's like everything I'm interested in, and that's why I got rid of Extra, because it's like everything I was interested in Extra, it's like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I own it on Xbox. Like they have a bunch.
Tsushima.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima, I beat it. Fantastic game. It's great. I already know it's great. I don't need to play that again. I mean, it's good games. There's good games in there. It's just it's stuff that I'm in no rush to play again. Or that I already own on an Xbox and I need to get to on Xbox. I still haven't beat Valhalla on Xbox, and I don't think I ever will. That game's too damn big. It's just
now. Let me shake it up a little bit though, Matt.
Yeah.
If PlayStation created a launcher for PC and then put Ghost of Tsushima on there, I'd download it.
Oh, I would subscribe immediately.
If they put Uncharted on there, I'd download it. I'd want to try
1,000%.
all this stuff on my PC as well, because that's the same thing I do with the Xbox. Oh crap, this is on my Xbox console or
Yeah,
whatnot. I'll play it there, and then oh crap, I got it on Game Pass on PC as well. Let me see how it runs over here.
exactly.
I mean, it gives me reasons to kind of double dip download this game compared to PlayStation, where it's like, I've already played that on the PS5. I don't want to replay it on the PS5. I'd like to maybe replay it on the PC and get everything that I can't get from the PS5 on here.
Yes. That's going to be a huge step for PlayStation. Whenever they get to that point, I mean, who knows when it's going to be, but whenever they get to that point where they have like their PC business is booming enough where they have a launcher dedicated entirely to PlayStation and they have a subscription service tied to that launcher, I'll be there. I'll be there for that 100%. Because especially if they're doing day and date. Do you imagine they're doing day and date on PC and you get a subscription service to get those games day and date on your PC? Dude, if they do that, I might be out on getting a PlayStation next gen if they do that. But you got me locked into that service. You've got me locked into that service going forward for as long as you're willing to do it. And that's why I'm shocked that they haven't done a PlayStation launcher. I know they're not doing day and date, but
They have an app for PlayStation Plus, but it's only for streaming.
exactly. It's like,
And that's just not that exciting.
it's not. I just feel like,
Especially when you have a rig that's stronger than your PlayStation, it feels silly that you're streaming.
oh yeah, definitely. I'm just like, even without day and date, like if you just had a launcher and a subscription service where like you threw in the first Horizon, you threw in Days Gone, you throw in the Spider-Man games, Uncharted, you just throw that stuff in there, people would subscribe to that instead of having to buy
Big
them
time.
all. Instead of having to buy them all over on Steam or Epic or wherever you want to play them at. I believe it's only
That $80, 135 or 160, that's not looking too bad anymore, because now I can play it in multiple different ways. And in fact, that actually tells that piece of shit Portal to take a seat, because then I can just download that shit on my Steam Deck.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's an interesting thing I didn't even think about. But yeah, dude, if we can get to a point where we're doing that, we have the launcher and I can boot it up on my Steam Deck, that's the dream. That's the dream for PlayStation, and I think they'll get there one day. But it's just they're taking their time and they're doing it in a very, very odd way. It's I don't know, man. What do you think? What do you think? I mean, this is a random question, and I don't even know if there's really an answer for it. What do you think the next game, not specifically the next game, but the next studio we hear from Sony will be? Because obviously Spider-Man, Insomniac is doing their thing. They got Spider-Man in October. What do you think, out of Sony Studios, which one do you think we hear from next for 2024?
That's interesting.
'Cause
So I would hope that Bungie and Naughty Dog figure things out.
yeah,
Perfection.
that would be cool.
That's what I'd hope to see. Just and that's not even really for me. That's just for like kind of the base of Sony and Sony fans. Because I mean, I like Last of Us. I'm not huge in the multiplayer games that are PvP though. To be honest, like I mean, I enjoy me some Halo. I enjoy me some Call of Duty. I think I would enjoy me some Last of Us, but that's not like shutting down the year for me. Great, but I think it would be for many people. So I think that would be very important and pretty dope to see. I like seeing people happy. about games,
Yes.
stuff like that. So like, I'd love to see that.
Yes.
Another one that I think may sneak ahead of them is Santa Monica.
There we go. There we go.
I think that might sneak ahead of them just because of their lull that they're kind of, or like it kind of seemed like they, they stepped in some shit. Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see them first. But if not, I think it'd be pretty interesting to see what Herman Holst was so excited about after leaving Santa Monica.
Oh yeah, that was silly. Whereas like I'm ecstatic. I'm so excited about what I saw here, and that was right before the showcase, and everyone's like, "Oh boy, we're gonna see it at the showcase," and even I did, because it's like their game has been rumored. Like we know the rumor is that it's a space, like it takes place in space. It's a space game made by Cory Barlog and his team, and it's like that sounds cool as shit. And then you hear Herman Hulst like, man, this thing is amazing. I can't wait for you guys to see it. And it's not at the showcase. That's right after he says that. And it's like, dude, I don't know. But yeah, I like that was actually my thought. I kind of honestly forgot about Naughty Dog and Factions, because my immediate thought was Sony Santa Monica. I feel like we've been hearing about that game since like 2019. I feel like it's time for us to actually see it, even a logo for it, maybe. But who knows? Honestly, I think they'll have they've got a few things up their sleeve. I would imagine. Obviously, they're doing their service games and whatnot for 2024, but I would imagine they have a big, at least one or two big, things for 2024 that folks can look forward to, and I think we'll be pleasantly surprised whenever we find out what those things are, whenever that is, but we'll find out. Let's see here. Thought I had one more thing to talk about. Oh yeah, the one thing I wanted to talk about for Starfield that blanked when we were talking about it is did you see I believe Mike put it in our group chat. Did you see IGN, or an employee of IGN, released her impressions for
Bella,
Starfield? Yeah. And
she reviewed her impressions before playing it, correct?
she released her impressions of the game without even playing it, which was I don't even really know why.
You should read it.
Let's hold on a second. Let me actually bring that up on my end.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let me bring it up on the stream for you guys. She says, I think Starfield looks very, end quotes, okay, and it's trying to do too many things, so it won't be able to deliver all its promises. The world doesn't look unique. The story seems to be an afterthought to the game, and one thing I love from Bethesda games are the plot lines and hidden lore throughout the world. I don't see a lot of that in Starfield, and instead see a lot of other extracurricular activities that seem to distract from the main story. The gunplay looks bland, and I still really dislike the enemy name UI and health bars being right above their heads versus being on top of the screen like in Fallout. I think it'll be a fine game, but I don't think it's going to be mind-blowing, and the players saying, oh, but modders will save it, make me a bit annoyed. A game should be really solid on its own without the help of modding. Modding is a really fun addition that should elevate the content of a game rather than fix or bring it up to player expectations. The thing about this is I agree with that last part. I entirely agree. Like, not with her saying that people talking about modding is annoying. That's her feelings. Whatever. It's no big deal. But I feel like for specifically a Bethesda game, people talk about modding because that's what it's made for. The entire engine was created to make games that are made to be modded. That's what it's for. Obviously, they got to nail the base of the game and get it to the people who are going to mod it in a good state, but that is what that engine is for entirely. But yeah, like I don't know. I just think it's weird, and it's not a huge deal, but I just think it's weird that you have your early impressions. Oh, I'm gonna do my early impressions of Starfield like 2 days before it releases. Technically, we'll just say one day. Honestly, at this point, a day before it releases. It's going to be mostly negative, and it's not going to be based on the fact that I played it. It's going to be based on, oh, I didn't really like the trailers. I don't really like the trailers that we've seen, is really what this is. The only, like, actual thing there that I can see as a legitimate gripe for somebody, and it's not for me, is disliking the enemy name UI and health bars being right above their heads versus like on the top of the screen in Fallout. But if that's like your problem with it, then fine, whatever. But that's the only genuine gripe I see here. What did you see this? Have you seen this before the show?
I was worried about spoilers, so I didn't read it, but then you kind of told me what it was about before you read it, so
Okay.
cool. What this person says is just, in my opinion, from somebody that didn't get a review code. I feel like this is kind of just projecting frustration.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way I look at it, because it's just like, you are kind of giving the impressions are question marks. None of them are actually what is. It's just what you think it may be.
Yeah.
Sure. So that's what that's what an impression can be. Sure,
This is a speculation.
but it's kind of like really off the wall speculation. Like, that's like me speculating what's going on in Paris, right? Like, I can just shoot off of the hip, but I really have no idea what I'm talking.
They're eating
Yeah,
bread.
yeah, I mean, sure, right? So, I mean, I just think that, I mean, here we go again, IGN, kind of, right?
Oh yeah.
And then also kind of I don't have anything to show you, but here's a reason to look at.
That yes. Good way to word that. Very good way to word that. Yeah, that's PS5 Blood says she hasn't played it yet. Didn't she get ratioed on it? Yeah, she got she definitely got ratioed. I'm looking
Oh,
at the
absolutely.
I'm
That's an
looking at
easy ratio right there.
yeah, I'm looking at the stats on that. 974 replies, 387 quote tweets, or not quote tweets, 387 retweets and quote tweets, whatever, and then 736 likes. So she's got more replies than anything on that. I would imagine those replies are not super supportive. In fact, to be fair to her, some of the replies are just people being way out of pocket, fucking way out of pocket.
So did she delete it?
No, it's still up. God bless her, it's still up. But yeah, some of the replies. I think Vinny might have put one in the group chat, but just people being ridiculously out of pocket to her, and her.
Okay, so that's probably what got deleted.
Oh yeah. And honestly, to her credit, she's going back and forth with them, honestly, which, credit or not credit, I guess. You probably shouldn't be doing that if you're at IGN. Probably just ignore that stuff, which sucks, but, it is what it is. Comes with the territory, I would imagine, when you're that high up. But, yeah, this to me, it's like, what are you trying to do here? Also, it's like she says the story seems to be an afterthought to the game, and the one thing I love from Bethesda games are the plot lines and the hidden lore throughout the world. It's like, well, if
That was kind of that was very counterproductive to say.
Yeah, it's like, if you want to see hidden lore, it's not hidden. What are you doing? Like,
Right.
they're not going to tell
That's
you.
exactly what I'm saying.
they're not going to
Like
tell you
she's saying,
secrets.
she in one line she says, the story seems to go off beat, and I don't like that, but I like hidden lore. Those two
Yeah.
things don't add up.
No, they don't. It was see, and also the thing with Bethesda games. Granted, I don't have the longest history. My main Bethesda games are Skyrim and Fallout 4, Fallout 3, and Oblivion to some extent, but not very. But like from what I've played of Bethesda games, their story, like the main story of a Bethesda game, isn't always. Granted, we hear that this story is the best one they've done. We'll see when we play it, but it's like that's not the thing. It's like everything you do throughout that. It's usually in Fallout 4, it was the side quests, it was companion quests that were like the most appealing to me. Like I think back on the main story of Fallout 4, it's good for what it is, but that's not the main draw of that game to me. It's all the other stories around it that are the main draw, and that's usually the case for Bethesda games, where it's like if you care about if you're coming in this expecting like The Last of Us level storytelling in the main story, you're playing the wrong game probably, or maybe you're playing the right game. We'll see with Starfield, because what we're hearing is very positive up to this point. So we will be finding out soon enough. But yeah, I just think PS5. I say that name is just fantastic every time. PS5
I
Bush is,
know, right?
how does she know about the story since she hasn't played it? It's
Exactly.
again, she's just
That's why
speculation. That's all this is. It's her
that
gut feeling.
that's why I said PS5 blows. That's why I said that it's just a look at me moment from another influencer that didn't get a code.
Yeah.
That's just the way I look at it, really. I mean, like, I don't like I said, Reforge wouldn't have been having his silly stream about like people not getting review codes. She wouldn't have anything to say here if she had the actual. And sure, you could say, "Oh, yeah, it's because of like embargo or whatever," right? But let's let's not be disingenuous as to know the fact that they would be happy and quiet compared to frustrated and loud, which is what they are right now. Right? I don't think Reforge is having this stream if he has a copy. I don't think Stella is, obviously she wouldn't be able to say anything if she had the copy or whatnot. I just think people are just blowing it out of proportion because it just didn't fall into their wheelhouse this time, or it didn't fall into their lap, I guess is a better way to put it.
Yeah. Like I said before, man, it's you listen to the people. Why would I listen to someone who starts their thing with I haven't played the game yet, versus the people who we know are playing the game, who are dropping hints all the time that the shit is incredible. Like, they can't say it because they're under NDA, but like everything they tweet is hinting that the game is phenomenal.
You seen Gene Park's tweets as of lately? God damn,
Yeah,
like his subtle hints are pretty damn obvious.
dude, you see, Jez Corden was tweet like days in a row. He's like, "Oh man, it's 3 a.m." The next day, he's like, "Again?"
Again.
I'm just like, I'm like, dude, you guys know what you're doing. You're getting me hyped. But what? Why would I listen to someone like versus that? Why would I listen to someone who says I haven't even played the game yet, but here's my impressions of it? I mean, just like I don't know what to say. It just seems like, and me and Mike talk about this in party all the time. It just seems like it seems like that is just now. It's just generating clicks, whatever. It's not positivity. It's not negativity. It's just always just neutral generating clicks. It's whatever generates clicks, and that got her. Granted, she got ratioed, but she left it up. She's getting the interaction that she wants. Otherwise, she would have deleted that. So it's like, it's just generating clicks. It's generating buzz, and it's drawing people to her timeline. It's drawing people to IGN. And it's, we talk about IGN a lot, where they're doing stuff like this. It just draws people to it. And it's like, you look at Reforge. I'm sure we talked about Reforge having his stream. I'm sure there was like 100 people in there just shit talking Starfield or whatever. Maybe like a few people trying to defend it. But it's like, it's just getting clicks. It's getting views. It's getting clicks. It's getting clout, chasing clout. But I don't know, man. It just seems tiring. It just seems tiring to do all that. It seems very tiring. Yeah, the YouTubers are in a good mood. It's gonna be good. I got a feeling, man. I got a feeling. This game is gonna be it's gonna be special, and I would not be surprised if reviews come out and it's like widely regarded as the best Bethesda game ever. I wouldn't be surprised. And I didn't feel like that until relatively recently. I didn't feel like that, but
I'm the opposite.
Oh, what's that?
I felt like it. I felt like it was gonna be the biggest game from Bethesda for some time.
Oh,
And
okay.
my reason behind it is because I've said it here before, and I've said it on many other podcasts. There isn't one person on this earth that hasn't thought about space.
True. That's very,
There isn't one person on earth that imagined themselves being on another planet, or what they would kind of think about if they were in space, So like, I think this game is more relevant to us as people than maybe a Skyrim could be, because ain't nobody lived in that time period, or a Fallout. No one's lived, in an area that got decimated like that. And I could take that back a little bit. Some people lived in some areas that got decimated, but
true.
But not to the extent that Fallout is kind of talking about. And nobody had to live in that world of desolation. They were able to rebuild, build back better, Joe Biden. But anyways,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but as for like being an astronaut, we've all seen, or a lot of us have seen a rocket take off. Like whether it's from our TV or live there in Florida or Texas or wherever the hell they do it. And we've all went to school and learned about astronauts and what they eat, what they do, and stuff like that. Zero gravity. Yeah, like I said, I just feel like it can be more relatable to your average person more than a Skyrim could be. Although I'm not saying Starfield is going to beat Skyrim in score, but I'm just saying
sure,
as a person that can be like, oh man, I could see that. I feel like it'd be a little bit more relatable in Starfield than any other Bethesda.
Yeah, and speaking of that, you mentioned him earlier, and I forget his name. Kareem, what's his name? Do you remember his last name? Kareem I forget.
Oh, Jovian? Yeah.
Kareem Jovian. I don't know if you saw it, but this morning, I think I retweeted it. He did like a video of him in New York City asking people
walking around
if they were excited for Starfield, and a lot of people are excited for Starfield.
Did you see the end part with the guy in the blood?
Yeah.
I was like, God damn. I was like, this guy's getting high and telling you, he's like, man, you goofy if you don't buy this shit. I was like, God damn, this dude is crazy. He's out of his mind.
It's a great video, honestly. I highly recommend checking. In fact, I'm gonna bring up his Twitter so you guys can see it.
You should play the video.
Yeah, let's do it. Hold on a second. Let me
You
where's it at?
you should absolutely play it because like I said, I'll be interviewing that guy next month.
Okay.
Or it's either next month or the beginning of October. So
There you go.
which is pretty much like next month.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and hit play on this.
I love Starfield.
What's
All
up,
right,
guys?
just
It's
let
me,
me
Kareem
know
Jovian, and I'm here
when
in
it's
New
done.
York City. I am super duper excited about Starfield. It's
it's
coming
playing.
out in 3 days, this Thursday. I've been waiting for it for 10 years, ever since I've been hearing all the murmurs about the trademark Starfield when I was on Skyrim. So I cannot wait to try it. I'm a big Bethesda fan ever since Morrowind on the original Xbox. So let's see if New Yorkers can share the sentiment with me, and let's spread the excitement around because it's coming out in 3 days. Are you going to try out Starfield?
Yeah, it looks great. I can't wait to play it.
I'm excited.
You're excited for Starfield?
Congratulations, guys.
Starfield looks beautiful.
So are you guys going to try Starfield?
Yeah, it looks really cool. I would definitely try it. I mean, going to different planets, making your own little world, that's cool.
So what do you guys think of Starfield?
It's really good. Can't wait to play it.
Yeah, we can't wait.
Are you going to try Starfield?
Of course.
What do you like most about it?
It's an open world game, which is awesome.
It's like super innovative, and just like since it took so long to make, like it has to be like years of hard work. So
What's your favorite thing about it?
Just like exploring all the worlds and how like creative and cool it looks inside. Yeah.
Are you guys gonna try Starfield?
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I'm so excited about it.
excited to
Yeah.
play. I think it looks beautiful, and as art students, I think we can really appreciate the beauty of
Yeah,
that.
I was looking at the graphics and they look amazing.
It's very ambitious.
I think a good like game with a broad spectrum of things that you can explore is really interesting.
I think it's really cool.
So you're gonna try Starfield?
I'm down.
Are you gonna try Starfield?
Definitely, 100%.
What are you gonna do in Starfield?
I'm gonna travel to all the planets. I'm gonna become like a space princess.
Oh, I like that. That's cool. Kind of like Princess Leia from Star Wars. What about you?
It seems fun. It looks really cool. The graphics look cool. So I'm gonna travel to every planet as well.
We can't wait for Starfield.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah.
It's incredibly detailed too.
Does Starfield look good?
Yes, Starfield looks great. Yes, I would play Starfield. I'm very excited for it. I'm gonna try Starfield, and I cannot wait to enjoy it.
So Starfield sounds cool too.
Yeah, it does.
Awesome. So you're gonna try it?
Of course.
It's coming out this Thursday, actually.
Oh, okay. Starfield looks awesome. Check it out, guys.
Starfield, the #1 game coming out soon. If you don't get it when it come out on Thursday, you're in the wrong place. You're doing the wrong things.
Shitting me? Go get the game Starfield. You shitting me or you kidding me? You heard?
Thank you guys so much for watching. As you can see, a lot of people enjoyed it. People who didn't know about it actually are going to get it, and people who knew about it are loving it. So I cannot wait for this game. I hope to see you guys in Starfield, and may we journey the stars together.
Yeah, man. Just the hype is definitely there for the game, man. It is definitely there. I love that guy. You shitting me? You kidding me? I love that. Oh, I think you're muted, Am.
No, he's like, shitting me or kidding me. Go get Starfield, you heard?
I love
like,
that
damn.
guy.
He is in New York. That is
Right? Just on the park bench smoking, letting it rip. And he does not care. He does not care.
He just didn't give a flying fuck at all. Not
Love
even
him.
partially. This man had a whole blunt, and he's on the phone with his boy. His boy's like, "Man, what y'all doing out here if you ain't getting this?" And you can see what his boy's doing.
Oh yeah.
If you ain't playing Starfield, you smoking a blunt at the fucking park. I guess.
Exactly.
I don't know. That was funny. I loved it.
Dude, it's
The energy was
great.
tough.
But yeah, go check out that video and go follow him. Honestly, oh, for a second there, I thought it said I wasn't following him for a second. I was about to say, what the hell? But yeah, go follow Kareem Jovian. Definitely awesome dude in the community. And like Ham said, he's gonna have him on his show in October or early October. You said, which is definitely
so.
something to look forward to. It's gonna be a good episode over there. As for the show, man, I mean, unless I'm forgetting something, which I don't think I am, I think we're good to go. I think we're good to get out of here. But
All right.
yeah, let's hop right into the intros, the outros, Ham, get us started, bud. Let them know where they can find you. Let them know what you're up to.
Yeah, you can definitely find me here every Wednesday. Obviously, as you see me here now, you can find me on K Mega's channel as well every Friday for GRG. But as for where you can find me regularly, that would be on a channel called TSWS Gaming here on YouTube. I do a show every other Monday, every Tuesday, every Thursday with Behind Them Sticks. I have Lord Chris coming through, which he is a writer for lordsofgaming.net with the Iron Lords podcast and whatnot. And then I do a show every Friday, which Matt Likes Games is actually part of that show as well.
Yep.
With me, him, Cozy Beluga, which she will be back this this Friday, and also Loke, my buddy Loke 7, that helps me run the channel will be there, which he's actually giving me a call right now. So that's pretty interesting. But yeah, check me out, TSWS Gaming. Every week we got content.
Definitely. Definitely check them out. They're doing a lot of content over there, so tons of stuff to watch. It's always entertaining. But as for myself, you can find me on Twitter at Matt Likes Games. You can find me here on YouTube, obviously every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern to do the two-player podcast with Hamsolo here. But also videos Monday and Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern on both days. This Friday is going to be the Starfield video. I'm going to record that as soon as it drops, 8 p.m. Eastern my time. I'm getting it recorded. I'm getting it edited. It's going to be uploaded 11 a.m. on Friday, so get ready for that. But that's where you can find me. That's where you can check out my stuff. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next